Hello. Welcome to the fourth episode of podcast with Raj. So earlier we have done three podcasts with one of the chairmen from Qualcomm, another with Harsh Goyal, who was a YouTuber, and with one of the anime content creators in our industry. So yeah, today we have a special guest with us. Uh, if you're from Bangalore, then you must be knowing him. He's a content creator on Instagram and he has more than 15,000 followers. And here we have
18,
Goutham.
you can say 18,000.
It's 18,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he has more than 18,000 followers on Instagram. And here we have Goutham, who who is a, who is also a member of Super Team India. So welcome Gautam to the podcast. And by the way, he is also an EC engineer. If you have been following my channel from last 1 or 2 years, you must be knowing that I am doing EC engineering from NMIT in Bangalore. So yeah, we have one guy with us who has done EC, and let us know like what he has done in his engineering life and how he switched from engineering to content creation and how he joined Super Team India as a member. So yeah, welcome, Gautam.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for having us. This is my first podcast, so glad to be here and thanks a lot for having me.
Okay,
Excited to spend whatever time together and talk about interesting things
yeah, sure.
and make this a nice episode.
So starting with the engineering life,
Yeah.
uh, like where did your engineering and how was it? When was it?
Okay. So I did my engineering from RV College of Engineering, Bangalore. I think most of you would know RV College. It's on Mysore Road, and I did electronics and communication engineering, as he told, and I graduated in 2020 in the middle of the pandemic, and I think we didn't even get a graduation because of the pandemic. And I have this whole, I don't know, it's bad luck or like luck. I have never been ever in a graduation ceremony ever. Like I don't think I will ever be because I don't plan to study more. 10th I couldn't get, 12th I couldn't, and I think I had expectations that at least in college, obviously they'll have a graduation, but pandemic happened and I didn't get that as well.
Actually, it's the same with me as well. Like in 10th, I didn't get
Okay.
because I switched my school, and in our school, I studied in St. Michael's. It's one of the best school in Bihar. So in our school, there was a tradition that we get farewell after 12th only. So in 10th also, I didn't get farewell. In 12th also, went to Fiji for IIT preparation, so didn't get farewell. But yeah, let's see if there is no pandemic next year, then maybe we'll be getting it. So yeah, studying in RVC, if you all know, then RVC is one of the most reputed colleges from Bangalore. It's compared to some of the big IITs. And so, what was the experience in RVC? Like, how are the teachers? Is there what is the like what makes it different from other engineering colleges? Like, there are hundred of colleges in Bangalore of like, related to engineering. What makes it different?
My experience with Bangalore, experience with RV has been great actually. I think I spend most of my time outside classroom than inside classroom, and I have my fair share of what do you say experiences, bad and good. But I would say overall it was good, and I was also part of a lot of these clubs. Like what makes RV is, I think, one, the curriculum is very tough, which I guess all colleges can do. But like what really is something that makes it special is that we have all these other clubs, and we also had India's first Formula Student Club, which was Ashwa Racing. It's like people build like this Formula style race cars
Okay,
in like a it's like a four-wheeler open car, and I was also part of it. So
okay.
I spent most of my time in the workshop building or working on that car than actually attending classes,
Okay.
and that could be clearly seen because I had not a great GPA as well as uh, j- uh, not. I mean, if I say a couple of backlogs, that would be an understatement. I've failed a lot of subjects and had a lot of backlogs, but I
And
guess.
then cleared it all.
I cleared it. I got a degree, so there's no doubt that I graduated from RV. But yeah, it was a nice experience. Like, if you would ask me if I would do it ever again, yes, it's not like I wouldn't, but it was nice. I really liked what I did
So
there.
actually, like now, what private institutions are focusing on is just that they are making attendance like 80% attendance mandatory or something, and they want just students to study. But what are your views in that? Like, is just studying in the classroom if is effective for a student, that too in engineering college, or participating in clubs and everything is will make you more confident as a person and will help you develop more in your life? What do you think in that?
I guess that's what, like, I think I right when I was about to get graduated, like people had like in our college they had implemented this whole attendance thing where, like, if you bunk a class or if you don't attend a class, they you SMS would go to your parents. I was like, dude, like the whole point of college is to like come out and explore and see what works and what doesn't work for you. It's not like to like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sit there and like slog your
Like,
ass off and like attend classes, right? And I guess additionally colleges do this because most private colleges it's about them flexing their whole placement
yeah, yeah, yeah.
power. So like they want people to do well and get good jobs, and that they feel is like can only be done by sitting in classrooms. I mean they're partially right, but like you need to understand that like after you have like turned 18, like you really need to give people that freedom and like space
Exposure.
to like try new things and go out of their like go out of the normal 9 to 5 classes and like try new things. And if you're saying in that you have to like compulsory do it or like make it seem like it's a more of a task for you to attend classes than like to actually go and learn something, I don't think that would be great. One and two, like some people just don't learn in a classroom, right? Like for example
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
I never really learned in a classroom. Even the class I attended, I would either do some other work or like sit at the back or sleep. So some people, it's like the colleges think that there's a one size fits all, which like make people sit in classrooms and like make them listen to lectures and like make them write exams, but like that clearly doesn't work for a few people. And I guess it's people at least in colleges people should like let students explore more than like expect them to come to classes all the time.
So actually, this is happening with me as well. Like I'm in third year, just finished my third year. From last 2 to 3 years, when I came to college, I the first thing I did was watch Aman Dattarwal's video. He is a YouTuber if you don't know him. So he suggested that to join more and more clubs. What I did, I joined all the clubs in my college, and that time, and now I'm leading to like one club as a president, and in 2 3 clubs I am the social media head as well, and we did CanSat also. Yeah, but thanks to our college that they have exposed us, that we built a satellite out of it, and we were like allowed to go to Gujarat and participate in a competition organized by ISRO and in space. But yeah, this would happen because we were participating in all the events and clubs, and we got that exposure. Then that's why how we got into this satellite thing and other things as well. But the thing is now, the colleges have started like they just want placement, and they don't understand that the skills are the most important thing, which can give the people like which can provide the jobs to the students. Instead, they're like just mug up the whatever the theory they are teaching and put it in the exams.
Yeah, I mean, I've always believed that like if you boil down life to most simple, I mean, life as in professional life
Yeah, yeah.
into the most simplest things, right? What do you need to do? You need to learn a skill. Either you should know something which most people don't know,
Yeah.
or you should know a skill or the ability to build something which a lot of people can't build,
Uh-huh.
or you should build a network which a lot of people don't have.
Uh-huh.
And if you have one of these, you can be very successful in life in either way. And if you have all three of this, you can be very successful. So what I feel is like at the end of the day, it just boils down to like, can you have a skill or a network or like a moat or like a hidden knowledge which you can monetize. That in itself will like take care of most of your needs in life.
Actually. Okay, so talking about your engineering life, what was the most craziest thing that you did in your college? Like now you can boast about it that I did this in my college.
No, I mean
It may be positive, it may be negative.
no,
Both.
if I tell that, I think my college will probably call me back and like take back the degree. So I will not get into that. But like, I have had fair share of experiences. I was like that guy in college where like teachers would see like, oh, Gautam, come here. You'll have to sit in the first bench or like you have to go back. But they also knew that like I was doing something and this was not like I was just roaming around. Like it was like I like to do stuff in things outside of classroom than inside. I think the craziest thing is like I was really good at initiating mass bunks. Like
Oh,
I was really good at like convincing people to like not attend classes. So like I had this nice track record of like pulling off these mass bunks in like the most
I have done that
inappropriate.
in my first year.
Yeah,
I don't know whether I should say this in camera, but not but yeah, as a CR, I have done that a lot of times in first year. So from being an engineer in an EC department, how did you just like transitioned into doing content creation on Instagram, and that too consisted from last one and like more than a year, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So how did you start that?
So back in college, I spent most of my time, as I told you, in Ashwa racing. So learned a lot about electric vehicles, how battery packs are designed, built, assembled. Participated in one of the competitions in the US in 2019, which we ended up getting third place, I guess.
Okay, nice.
Third place or second place, I'm not sure. And I had a fair bit of knowledge in EVs, and I want to like take up EVs, but then I wasn't really keen on doing that because uh, I'd spent 4 years of my life there, and like I think it was also like I took up EVs because I was also interested in electronics. But like 4 years of engineering convinced me that that electronics is not really my thing. Like I don't blame
Yeah, yeah.
anyone or the college or the degree. It's just that people change, their priorities change, their likings changes, and I didn't see myself doing really better at it. Like I could have always gotten some job in some MNC or like some place and like got done with it. But I don't know if you will believe this, but like RV is known for placements,
Actually.
and I didn't sit for placements. Like I was one of the few guys who was like RV boasts about his 100% placement, especially EC department always wants to like boast about like everyone being placed, and they would ask me like why are you not sitting for placements. See, it's not like I was not eligible. I had like say a few backlogs, but like GPS. But like at the end of the day, I could have sat in some company and like just got on the job. But I chose not to. Like if you go like probably see placement stats of that year, you can see like only 3 4 people who were like not placed. Of them, most would be like be having backlogs or like they were not eligible. And I'm that one exception who like consciously chose not to sit in placements and also take the risk of like not doing that, right? And I didn't
Where the
really know.
average placement is around like more than 10 lakhs in RV,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
yes,
So yeah, it is actually a very big step, like not to sit in placements.
yeah. So like I did that, and I didn't really know what to do, but I was like, I should probably join like an early stage startup to learn things. That's what I wanted to do. Back then that day, I didn't even know I wanted to do social media. I joined an early stage startup, which was basically a friend of mine from school. He had like started like a tech consultancy of sorts because Bangalore startups, everyone wants to build something and everyone wants engineers. I just joined him and like we worked for like good 1.5 year, 1.5 2 years. We also made that product like a tech consultancy into like a product. What do you say? Company which was like they built a program based wallet. Like we like it was I think it was in 21 right after pandemic. We were like doing all these stupid ideas. We're like, we need to build a startup, and like we started doing something in the food space in AR. Then we started doing something in the crypto space because
The same company doing all those things.
yeah, the same company doing like
Like all the ideas, whatever they're getting, they started
yes,
executing it.
yes.
Okay.
We tried a bunch of things, and I was in crypto from 2018 because I think in second year of college, some random guy from chemistry department sends a link saying, "Guys, there's this thing called crypto. We can make money," and we just went there, and like that was like the ICO days. Like Ethereum was coming up. Like ICO of Ethereum happened. Like
Okay.
today's token launches were those days ICOs. So left and right, Ripple came along. Like all those times were like I
Oh,
think
it's a long back then.
yeah, long back, and we used to. I started then, and I started then. And I think in 2019 or something, I sold everything because of the whole. I think bull bear happens, right? And I did that. Then I was with this early stage startup. They was working on a program based wallet on Solana. Again, like we were building a lot of things. And in I think May of 2022, Solana had its first hacker house in Bangalore. and like I attended
I
that.
have attended that first one.
Yeah.
That
So
that time Tanmay Bhatt came, I think. I
yeah,
guess.
it
Yeah.
was like fucking 7 days of madness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so every day something or the other was there.
So
So
if you have not watched my vlog, you can just watch that. I went to that hacker house. I have made a vlog out of it. So yeah,
yeah, see, I mean, who would have thought like we would have
ended
spoken
it.
about it? We haven't even met, but like that hacker house gave a lot of people a lot of things. So when someone asks in the ecosystem, does hacker house really help? Like, is it not just money being wasted? No, like we have, you can
Yeah,
literally see
people
this
get to know
entire,
about Solana and the
yeah,
ecosystem.
the entire Solana community is built because of hacker houses, and kudos to the Solana Foundation for like putting in time and effort to like bring about crazy talent, right? And we're just helping people out here. So that happened, and I started with. They were building a early like a program based wallet in Solana, and they also got like a super team grant. And
So what was your work in that company?
I would usually handle product and growth.
So what do you do at product and growth? Just for context, my audience are like in college.
Yeah.
Most of them are in college students. So
Yeah,
they
I think most people don't know what's product, right? Like a lot of you think like companies are built because you can code something and like you can build it, like so coding anyone can do, but what determines a good coder and a bad coder is like, can you code for business needs, like business use cases? And how do you determine business use cases? You understand users. Like, okay, you're building something great, but like what if you put in all the effort and tomorrow you launch it and no one is ready to use it, right? So you should be in touch with the users to understand user needs to actually build anything. And product exactly is that, like where like you spend most of your times sitting with users to understand whether you're actually building a valid problem. Like for example, as I told you, we are trying to do bunch of things, right? And my idea was like, my role was like, whenever we came up with an idea, my role was like, go talk to users, try to understand if it's an actual problem, if it is an actual large enough market to go after. Because yeah, there could be a problem, but like if it's not a market where you can make money, no point building something there. It's like building a, what do you say, as Kunal Shah says, like it's like building a bridge when there is no river. Like no point building a bridge there, because you can't really make any benefit out of that, right?
except
So
politicians.
yeah, politicians. I mean, it's like those guys have another like that is their business model. Building bridges where it's not needed and making money is their business model. So my what do you say, role there was like talk to users to understand if it was an actual problem, one, and two, also try to figure out how could we get our first 100 customers, because your
Okay.
first 100 customers determines whether your product works or not, right? So I closely used to work with them to do that. And I
And
think,
those are the customers which actually give you the best feedback
yep,
and help you to
yep,
build the company.
exactly. So I was with that team, but that didn't again work out, and it was like again at the peak of the bull of 21, and then you know what happened in the end of 22, right? And I had just taken a step back, and I had gotten out of the company, and I was trying to figure out what I want to do next. And along that time, I also got a grant from Solana to go to Breakpoint.
How did you get that grant?
So I think I had applied to, I think, what do you say, we were building, and a lot of these guys used to get these scholarships for like college students. And I had gotten a scholarship, but I didn't get the flight cover. So I just tweeted out to all these guys asking like, hey folks, like I have gotten a visa, but I have not gotten the funds to like, but and there are a lot of people who had gotten funds but couldn't get a visa.
Visa.
So I texted out to a lot of these people, and this guy called Daksh,
Huh.
he's also part of Super Team, I guess. And he was like, bro, actually, you know what, like just take it. And like he just gave me like $1,000. That was like
Oh,
huge for
nice.
me, right? He gave me that, and like that helped me to like fly to Breakpoint. And in Breakpoint, the funny thing was like I was seeing these people every day. I would attend the conference, and then in the evening I would like go out to like party. And their nightclub is really vibrant in Lisbon. And we went to this pub crawl. It's like basically going from one bar to another in the night. We used to do this, and what I realized was like there were people there who would like ask drunk people questions. and
Okay.
make videos out of it. It's
Okay.
like, okay, if I go back to Bangalore, I should probably try this.
Okay.
And I started doing some research, and I realized there are already people in Bangalore who do it. Because
Ah.
it was back in 22, it was like Voxpop was picking up. It was like one of the few formats that was picking up. And I was like, why not I do it?
Yeah.
Right? And that's how I got into content. But until this point, I am like a zero social media person. Okay, like, I
Okay.
never posted. Like, I was one of the early users. Like, I started using Instagram in 2012, 13 when it came out itself. But I
Okay.
never really posted. I was a really good consumer of content, but I never created content. And I think on August 15th, 2020, that was the day Dhoni retired. That was the first day I put a story. Like, imagine I have never put a story for like
More than
like
yeah.
7 8 years. Have literally done nothing on Instagram. I just put the story in 2020, and then 22 starting this page, and I just put a message on one of my friends group asking like if anyone can help me want to start. And like I found a friend of mine, and we both used to like go out to like Kormangla, Indranagar, and shoot videos like this. And we were like very, what do you say, we had no clue what was going on, and we just like focus on like we're like we'll just get content out. Like, I don't really care about retention, nothing. Like, I had no context,
Editing and
no
all those
editing,
things. Nothing.
nothing. If you see our first few edits, like you'll be like, what the fuck are these guys doing? Like, even the video quality is like horrible. But like,
Okay.
we had this thing
Yeah,
where
yeah.
like,
But the thing is that you need to start first.
yeah, you need to start somewhere, and we just started. And we posted, I think in the first 2 3 weeks itself, we hit our first 1 million views.
Oh, nice.
So until then, I had not spent a single rupee on the page. I just went to some online page, made a online logo maker. I made a
Okay,
logo,
okay, okay.
and after that, I think I didn't really spend money until that time. But like after that 1 million reel, I was like, okay, I have some creator content market fit. Like, maybe I have something
Skills,
that
yeah,
is worth
and that.
putting money into. And then I started like doing branding, all of that, and we spent good money on that. But like, I think we hit like 18K followers in like a span of like 1 year, right? Like, that was our growth, and it was good. Like, I mean, for a guy who has no context, like,
Yeah, in
we
social
tried to
media
like,
and doing it in a year, it's actually a very big
yeah.
step.
So like, that's how I came into content.
Yeah. Okay. So talking about your content. Okay. So what was the craziest thing or maybe the most awkward thing that has happened while you approached people to ask questions or something? Or what was the craziest answer that they have given?
Okay, the craziest answer is like most of these videos are taken down, like, because the kind of content we are in, like, we always get like these people say something stupid, and after we post it, they're like, hey, please take this because my parents are gonna watch it, right? And this one guy was like, this guy was like not even hot, okay? He's like very average looking guy, and this guy comes up and says, I was involved in a threesome, and the threesome were male, female, female. We were like, what the fuck? And like, that video literally blew up. And this guy wasn't literally in Bangalore, in Kormangla this happened.
Okay.
And this guy was not really that good looking also, but he had a threesome. But like, people were like, what the fuck, how did it even happen? But then in a few days, he just texted us saying, bro, like, my sister is getting married, so like, please take this down. But like, I feel that was one of those
Yeah.
crazy answers. But like, we have a lot of these videos which we have not on put on our page, but deleted them because people weren't like comfortable in like having those. So craziest thing that has happened while approaching guys on streets, huh? Craziest thing. I think once I was trying to approach someone, and like some girl thought I was a chain snatcher. I mean, no, I'm not blaming her, because the kind of areas we shoot in, the kind of timings in the night we shoot. So like, I don't blame her, but like, that was one of
So,
the.
like, how did you decide the timing and the area and the type of questions you come up with? Like, those questions are actually, those are not family friendly questions.
Yeah, I mean, the
So,
thing was like, a lot of people are doing a lot of this Vox Pop content, and we had to find a niche.
huh.
And I was of the opinion that like India has come a long way in terms of sexuality and like people opening up, and like we are yet to like open up a lot, but like at least in Tier 1 cities, people have
Yeah,
opened up.
actually, in Bangalore, the culture is legit different.
Yeah, so like we wanted to like explore that, and like like see how we could like showcase that, like, right? So not a lot of people do that.
Uh-huh.
Even now, like a lot of people tell me like you shouldn't be doing this because you don't have much growth, but I feel that uh, we have a lot more to gain in the coming years, because more and more people become open, more and more people get comfortable talking this. If you're in that space that's been doing this for a long enough time,
Yeah.
you tend to be the leader in that space, right? So that's how I figured we should do this. And I guess Bangalore is the best place to do it, because any other place, I guess, probably I would have been in jail by now.
Actually,
Yeah.
so earlier when I came to Shipyard, I got to know about his page that there's a guy who has a page with, named Ballers Daily. By the way, guys, if you have not checked him out, his page out, then you can check it. Uh,
Yeah, the handle is like Baller Daily Inc. BALLERDAILINC. So you can just check it out on Instagram.
if you are from Bangalore, then definitely you should check it out, because if you have not, then I don't think so that you are fitting in this culture right now.
It's a culture thing now.
Yeah. Okay. So, what are your suggestions for the people who are maybe, let's say, introvert? Like there are many college students, like school, they're transitioning from school to college, right? Or PUC to college, and they, for example, if I tell about myself, I was an introvert, like where I used to get bullied in school sometimes. And in 11th, 12th, I went to Delhi for my FitG education. There, I was that person who used to just sleep in my room or watch movies, or maybe just practice some questions and go to classes. Nothing else. I was not like extrovert where I can just talk to random people, make more friends. Or I hardly had like 2 to 3 friends. So what you would suggest for the people who are introvert and want to become a extrovert, or maybe who want to do some content, whatever you are doing, like approaching people, new people, or maybe the people who are finding jobs and they want to like approach someone on maybe Twitter or Instagram. For example, you approach people on Twitter that you wanted funds for going to Breakpoint, right? So, what are your suggestions for them?
Right. I feel I am more of a ambivert, which is like I become introvert when it's required, extrovert when I'm not. Like for example, I love my own company. I love going on solo trips.
Okay.
Sometimes people when they ask me to hang out, I just say no because I just want to chill at home. I'm that kind of guy, and I'm also the guy who's like just goes out, like parties, balls out, and like tries to make new
Yeah,
friends.
actually, like if shipyard, if we are in the shipyard and anyone wants to know about a good place to eat or a good place to go to for a clubbing, then they're like, consult Goutham.
Yeah, I mean,
He'll be
like
knowing all
I
those
try to
places.
like help people as much as possible, right? And I guess it's like it's all about taking the first step, right? Like you don't have to like be like, okay, I'm gonna become an extrovert from an introvert. It's more like what are you lacking in you that you should work on. You should like be like change your personality because you are your own, right? So
Yeah.
you were saying not able to socialize, probably start with like talking to one stranger every day, right? Like it's all about like taking that one step every day to like uh, go out of your box and do something new as a introvert, right?
Yeah.
Like, and if you want to like say spend time alone, probably spend 1 or 2 hours every day with someone so that you build that muscle, right? That is one. And if you're asking about like how I would like ask people to like what do you say uh, start doing what I do, which is like to talk to strangers. I guess it's more of social calibration. Like for example, you should know how to approach people. It's like I usually talk when I talk, I smile because usually in most cases when you smile, people smile back. People are nice. People are not mean as you think you are. They
They
are
get
very nice.
comfortable when you talk to
Yeah,
them while smiling.
when
Yeah.
you talk with a smile, it helps. Like I've literally seen a difference where when I smile and speak to people, how many agree to do a video with me and how many don't agree to do a video with me if I don't smile,
Okay.
right? So like smiling helps, and like again, talking to strangers is like a muscle. Like try to speak to one guy every day like a stranger, and I think the kind of content that we are in, like it also has a lot of rejection. Like 80% of the times we get rejected. So like I like make a conscious effort to like get rejected every day. Like seek rejection is what I feel helps for me. Where like every day I make sure I get rejected. That way I'm pushing my boundaries. I'm making sure if I want something, I go ask for it, and it's fine if you get rejected. But don't live with that regret that you never really asked, right? So I don't know, like man, I have literally approached. I have lost count of how many people I've approached. I've lost count of how many people I get like rejected. There have been days where like you go out and like all people you ask agree for videos, and there have been
And
days where like you go out,
everyone get
literally
like
everyone rejects. Like
rejects.
last Saturday I shot like zero videos, like no one agreed. But like it's more like a mental game, and like sometimes it gets mentally taxing. All you have to do is just take a break, come back, and like what
Start
do you
again.
say, start again next time. But you should never come off as needy, or like you should never go plead to people saying please come shoot a video with me, right? Like
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
not what you have to do. Like have your self-respect, and like people say no, like respectfully, just respectfully leave them. You don't have to like
Yeah.
convince them or like beg them to like for them to come to your video. Like doesn't work that way.
Okay. Talking about acceptance and rejections. So, what is your acceptance and rejection rate with the girls?
No, I was see, I was talking about only girls only. If you see our channel, we only talk to girls. So
No, no,
it is.
not in for the channel. Like in your personal life, what are your acceptance and rejections
I,
ratio?
I mean, I obviously approach a lot of girls. So obviously, I think in at least that life or love life you're talking about, the metric is not acceptance or rejection ratio. You should have probably asked like how many like what do you say people have you like
Dated.
dated or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Like yeah, I've had my fair share of experiences. It's not like that, but
Uh,
yeah, I've had fair share of experiences. I've dated.
Okay, coming about the dating life though, so basically when college students transition from school to college, they're like, yeah, they're inspired by Karan Johar movies that we'll have too many girls, we'll make girlfriend, but actually they don't understand like what a relationship is and what is like understanding people instead of just being physical or roaming around or something. So, what is your one advice that you will give to boys about relationship? Maybe some college kid.
I think you looking for advice about relationships in movies as good as you looking for advice in life while watching movies, right? Like how much of life is as real as a movie?
Uh,
Very less. The same way, even with relationships, whatever they show in movies is not that real. Whereas there is lot more nuances and like complexities that are there. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but what I'm saying is like what I see in movies is not actually that happens. There are bunch of material online which you can obviously go see and try to understand, or like if you speak to people who have been in a relationship, they also give you a lot of context. But like I feel my advice is like don't go with what movie show. That's all bullshit which doesn't really work out. Like I'm not really a dating coach, but like I would like say there's a lot of material online where like all these guys, especially we have, quite recently a lot of these Indian dating coaches are coming who give you very India specific advice, right? Like our culture is different, our nuances are different, so
yeah,
those guys give you like a really good advice. So I would suggest you guys go through that
explore that
and
and
explore
learn
that. I
what.
mean, even those guys are selling you boot camps and stuff, which calls you a bomb. Like, I don't really promote them or like demote them, but like, uh, but they have also helped me. Like all these dating coaches, they give you a lot of this human psychology and like human behavior tips, which really help you, like trying to like approach people or trying to form relationships, right? Like because I've really seen this whole trend on Bangalore Reddit that like any new guy who comes to the city, especially young males who are like say anywhere from like 21 to 29 bracket, right? Like you guys post these on Reddit saying, okay, new to the city, I'm not able to make friends. I have all these guys around me who just go drink or like booze. You have people around me who go party. I don't drink. I don't do any of this. I don't have a girlfriend. What do I do? I guess uh, that's where our education system failed as a whole. Like it taught you everything. It taught you how to get a job. I don't know if it helped you get a job. I don't know because I guess you guys also had to slog that off to like get a job. I guess they didn't really teach you how to make life, right. So that is something you have to do on your own. So try to go to new experiences, try to meet new people. Like Bangalore as a city has a lot of things to offer apart from say partying and like say work. So There are different WhatsApp groups. There is one product called Putting Scene. It's a WhatsApp group, and I think they're also having an app. So these guys put out like offbeat events like wine tasting. Someone is going to like clean a lake, or someone is going to like do pottery, or if there's a pub quiz. These are all offbeat events that like not a lot of people go to. Like go to those, try to socialize, and don't go with the mindset of like, okay, I want to get a girlfriend. Like go with the mindset of like
I
meet new
wanna
people and like
me.
understand them. Like if you go in that urge like get a girlfriend, like it comes off. Girls easily pick that energy of like you're trying to like be needy or something. Try to go in like a frame where like you're like I'm just here to like chill with people, build connections, and see what things can happen further.
Actually, like I come from Bihar, so the when I came to Bangalore, I I really felt that the people are more accepting here, and you can socialize here like very easily rather than in other cities or tier two cities, right? And people are like more open about anything. Maybe let's say jobs, friends, partying, anything. But if you compare it from some other cities, and they here people don't judge you from like if you're in college or if you're a student or maybe if you're working, they just judge you on the basis of what skills do you have, are you a person like whom they can socialize with or not, and yeah, then yeah, you are there in their group.
Yeah, I mean, I feel, see, I have this theory that like acceptance of anything is, at least in India, is based on how your like they say that whole like the democracy is based on how the minorities are treated, right? The same way I feel uh, the, how accepting a city is based on how they treat the minorities, like the LGBT community, is what I feel.
Yeah,
And for some reason, highest number of people who are LGBTQ are in Bangalore,
yeah,
because people here don't really care what you
yeah,
do,
yeah,
like
yeah,
unless you don't get into someone's boundary, like people just are like
yeah,
their
they're
own
like
thing, right? So I feel, as you said, like I'm from Bangalore, so I could be biased. I don't want to like comment on this. You have a person who came from Bihar who's like telling kind words about the city, so I don't want to sell any more about the city. He's like the better judge of things.
okay.
I'm just happy that like he's.
Coming to this, like most of the people won't be agreeing with me. There is a north versus south always going on in Bangalore. So, what are your views in that? Like, what do you think that people who are coming from north should keep in mind that so that they don't get discriminated over here? Like, there is a discrimination that you will also agree. Like, if you're in a bus or maybe auto ride, and they will discriminate with you for north and south. So, what is your suggestion for them? Like, what should they be keeping in mind? And what are the things that you like about most about the North Indians, like who come here for a job or maybe studying or for anything?
Yeah, I think first part of the question, which is like, what is like, what do you think about the divide and like how, what do you expect from North Indians? So, what I feel is, see, I'm not saying you guys shouldn't come or you shouldn't like be here, right? Like,
Yeah,
we like the people who try to build a city, they were trying to build this as the number one space for things to be built. And you also have told that like people
yeah,
accept
yeah,
things here. The reason why it also becomes startup capital is so like people are willing to like try
yeah,
new
yeah,
things. I have a friend from Kolkata who says like in Kolkata, like if you want to like try something, the shopkeeper is like, just get lost, man. We want to sleep. But here, the same shopkeeper will like be accepting to try new things, right? Uh, but what happens is, you just told that like people are really accepting, but like should people of the city accept things at the cost of losing their own identity, right? Like
okay.
right now, the kind of people who speak Kannada in this city is like 40%.
Uh-huh.
Like we are not, we are less than majority, but like we are the like, most popular language that is spoken here right now is Kannada.
Uh-huh.
So what I was telling you was that, what doc, you have made me conscious now.
Okay.
We'll put one filler screen in the middle. As I was saying, right, like 40% of people in the state speak Kannada, and I have never really asked you to speak Kannada.
No.
Sometimes I've even spoken Hindi for
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
right? As a immigrant, you come here, and I don't really have you guys coming here and doing anything, right? Like the law of capitalism literally says the best place that will grow as a capitalistic place is the one that has free flow of capital as well as human resource. Capital free flow because Karnataka does a lot of these things to like get investments. Great.
Yeah, yeah,
This will be free flow of human resource, which is like anyone from the country can come here and should be able to work and make a living, right? What happens with that is like, should we, like, I have no issues speaking Hindi, but like if some guy comes and asks me like, hey, why are you not speaking to me in Hindi? Like, how come you
Okay.
don't really know Hindi? You are in India. Like, India is a union of states. Karnataka, Mysore Kingdom was separate before it was a country.
Yeah.
Every other state was different, and it all came together, and we accept the idea of India with a guarantee that our own identity was not taken away from us.
Okay.
Right? I have no issues speaking Hindi. I'll speak. I have speaker. I don't think you have any issues with me that I have asked you, right? Like, but I think the thing with immigrants, which I feel they could do, is like try to like get into the society than like try to stand out saying, I don't know Kannada, you have to speak to me in Hindi. Like, I feel it's a two-way street. Like, you have all these auto drivers who try to speak broken Hindi to you, but like, how many times have you tried to speak broken Kannada? I'll just give you guys a fun activity. Just learn 2-3 phrases in Kannada. I don't want you to learn the entire language also. Like, just try to learn 2-3 phrases in Kannada and speak to the bus conductor or the auto driver. By the time you make the effort, they'll only either what do you say, get back with Hindi or like try to help you. Like, the problem starts when you're like, you come with that entitled mindset that I am from India and I'm going to speak Hindi. What are you going to do
No,
about
actually,
this?
this has happened with me for like. Initially, I used to talk to them in Hindi. Okay, then in between, I switched into English. Like some of them understand English as well.
Yeah.
But now I know some of the like small words from Kannada. So then if I use those words, no, then the smile on their face,
Yeah.
that will say like, yeah, guy, you are
The
putting
reaction
effort.
changes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, I think recently there's a video that went viral where like if you ask the same auto driver in Kannada and Hindi, he would quote higher for someone who's speaking Hindi. Like,
Yeah. That got viral.
yeah, that got viral, right? Like, I don't know how much of it we should blame the auto driver, but like, think of it like someone comes to your state and starts working there, and say, for example, I am from Karnataka, I go to Bihar. Like,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if I'll ever go there, but like, that's a different issue. If I go there and I ask people to expect them to speak to me in Kannada, like, how much of it is fair? Like, I'm not
Yeah,
asking you people to like speak the entire language. Small phrase here and there will like make a difference.
Yeah,
And
that will show the people that we are making also effort. We are also making the effort, and you should also make the effort to like what do we say, mingle with us. Yeah.
And having said that, I also say that, like, as you told, discrimination has happened, is happening, and this could be because of a lot of these factors, like the political scenario where like politicians want to like capitalize on this. But like at the end of the day, like, you told so many good things about the city, like good weather, people are accepting, all of that. Like, I think for all of this, little here faces here and there is not something much I can ask as a person who's from Bangalore to like probably do, because I have never really asked any guy to like, hey, speak to me in Kannada or else I will not. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
if someone has acted entitled, yes, I would have been like, what the fuck, bro, what is happening? But like, I've never really like, at least for the people around me who I know personally, I make an effort to speak to them in Hindi because I can connect to them better in Hindi, right? The same way, I think, like, I can do that because I know Hindi language. But like an auto driver or like a bus conductor or like a maid who has not even gone to school ever, how do you expect them to speak Hindi? But even then, they make an effort. I guess it's a two-way street, right? Like, how do people get a relationship when like both of them try to like make an effort? It can't be a one-way street.
So this has happened with me. Like once I was talking to a Swiggy driver, okay, for Proto itself, that I was explaining him what Proto is, but actually he didn't know Kannada. Like he only knew Kannada, he didn't know Hindi and English, and I was trying to communicate with him, but somehow when I told him like Swalpa Swalpa or something like this, then he also started like talking to me, and like somehow he got understood about what Proto is and how to use the app and other things. So yeah, if we also make the effort, then from your side also there should be effort. And not talking about the whatever happening with the shops and all the boards, that is some political issue will happen. So yeah.
I mean, it's like one, it's an actual rule that is there, and like it's also like again, you're in Karnataka, and like a lot of people come from Bangalore who don't really know English, and they would want to read Kannada, and like you don't even put a Kannada board for a guy who's like, I mean, again, we are not like, what I'm saying is like we are not the
Yeah,
target
yeah.
audience for the board there. It's more like, say my granny or like someone's granny comes to Bangalore and like she sees a board and like there's no Kannada board. Like how does she, like in her own state she doesn't see her own
But it should
language.
not be transitioned in the way it transitioned.
I mean, see, I would say like, tell me one instance where in India things can't happen without force being used. Like, do as a country, are we having a track record of following rules until we are like not, punished or like pushed to the limit or like told in good words? Like the track record has been that bad. But like, I mean, I don't really support the way
Violence
in
part.
which it was done. But like, I feel it's like it's all a political move and like it's not something in our hand,
Uh-huh.
and as long as the interests of both the parties are taken care of, we don't really have to like use it as like a point to like create a divide.
Okay, okay. I think audience would have understood what we wanted to convey, and they will only
I think
they'll have their
I
own
didn't
judgment of
answer
this.
your second part, which was like what I like the most about North Indians, right?
Yeah.
Like I really appreciate the fact that you guys really come from land, to an unknown land and try to like make a living out of here, right? For example, imagine me going to like say the north and try to like figure things out, right? Like I feel like how can I even do it? Like I have I really appreciate the fact that like all of these guys come from here and you guys make a living, and also sometimes, not sometimes, most of the times you also run businesses where you help others make a living out of here, right? Like I've seen a lot of these North Indians being more entrepreneurial than South Indians, which is unfortunate for me because I try to be more
I
entrepreneurial
think there
because
is a reason for that. Like, no, I'm not talking about as a whole in North India, but yeah, talking about Bihar, Jharkhand. Like, we come from a state where like the economy is not so like good, and the per capita income is also very low, and all the youngsters they want to make like do something big in their life and want to like give some happiness to their family, or maybe raise their standards. So they're like, yeah, if we are not able to do like obviously in Bihar, uh, finding a 1 lakh rupee job or like more than or doing a business is not so easy as it is here. Like you can get a job here in if comparing it from Bihar, like for let's say a lakh rupees a month. So yeah, that is one of the things. Like they have hunger here, and like we have hunger to let's say grow in our life. I'm not saying that South Indians don't have, like yeah, but you all are their education literacy rate is also higher here as compared to North and South
yeah,
here.
I think it's as you told, like here since we have more opportunities to like get jobs, we don't
Uh,
really care about doing our own thing. But
uh,
there, since you, as you said, like since there are limited opportunities to like even get a job, you guys always try to like start out and like do things. But yeah, I appreciate the fact that like you guys come here to an unknown land and try to like make a living out of here and try to like what do you say, build businesses and like make great things. I only expect more people like come in and like build great things, because as I told you, like for any city to be
yeah,
great, like it's as much as the what do you
yeah.
say, local people, it's also the people who come in and like make things. But again, as I told you, like it shouldn't be like so the narrative is like always we came here and we built a city, the local city here only were like a shithole. Like I mean, my question is like, if you were to like build a city, why didn't you build in a place where you're already there? Like what
Okay,
was the
okay.
thing there? Like don't make it seem like uh, people here are only here to like create problems and we came and like solve the problems. And at the same time, I'm also not saying that like we are the only people who are doing great stuff and you guys just came here and like created traffic, right? Like it's a two-way street. Both of us need to like live together and like make a great living and make this
City
city
prosper, yeah.
prosper, right? So I feel like mutual respect helps and takes us a long way in like making Bangalore what it is, as you say, right?
Okay, now I'll be like shifting our topic from Bangalore career and everything to like to towards Solana. So first of the thing, like how you got introduced to Solana, and for my audience, if you can tell about what is Solana and how they can uh, like get into Solana, and what are the perks of being here, and what is Super Team, and how did you end up as a member of Super Team?
Okay. How did I get to know about Solana? Well, it was because of the hacker house. It was May 2022. Solana had recently announced the hacker houses. I was like, what is this? Seems interesting. Really sleek design. Like, I really love the design.
Okay.
The reason why I first came to hacker house because of the design.
And I
Honestly.
came for merch.
Yeah, that much
My
probably.
my friend introduced me like, yeah, we'll go to a event. There's a 5-star hotel. We have to go there. We'll get some merch also. And if you and Tanma Bhatt is also coming, so yeah, you can come.
Win-win, right? So that's how I got introduced to Solana. And what is Solana? Well, Solana is like a L1 blockchain,
Yeah.
and all blockchains have this trifecta problem where like you have either scalability or like you don't have the number of transactions or
Yeah.
the what was the other one?
The speed of the
Yeah,
transaction.
speed of the
Yeah.
transaction, right? So Solana intends to like solve all
All
of them,
these issues.
all these issues, and like try to build a ecosystem where it can scale and solve global problems and real world use cases. Because you know what is the issue with say a Bitcoin or like Ethereum. I don't really want to like delve into that. And I got into Solana that way, and I met one of these people in one of the first few hackers, which was Prado.
Uh-huh.
I would say Prado like has a lot more to me being here than probably anyone else. A lot of respect to him for backing me because I think
Yeah. So in your case, it's Prado, and in my case, it's Aryan.
yeah.
So yeah.
So like when I like started like I had like moved out of like when I came back from Breakpoint, right? Like I didn't really know what to do. I just had joined a Web2 fintech job, which I really
Okay.
hated, but like I had to do because I had to pay my bills. But then I had also started content creation, and I met Prado again last year in 2023 September, where the hackers happened for the second time in Bangalore.
Yeah.
But I told him that I was working on this whole page. And he told me, can I like do it for like say Solana or like couple of clients who I know? I was like, great, let's try this. And like we tried for Solana, it didn't really work out for the hackers because it was like on spot and we couldn't really do much. But what we did was like couple of months later for CoinDCX's Unfold event, I did it for Prado, and that's how we started working together. And then just after that event, Prado had the opportunity to like work with India Blockchain Week, which is organized by Hast House, Hast Emergent, which is like part of the Hast venture group, which works in emerging markets, which invests in emerging markets. And they were doing India Blockchain Week, which was the inaugural India Blockchain Week. And Prado like I don't know if he like my work or he was like, bro, like just come help me out, and I was like, fine, and I also like took the leap of faith of like literally I'd like speaking to him a lot, but I hadn't really worked with him, and like I'd like worked once with him, but like I just knew for a fact that like if I was with him, like he would like somehow take us somewhere where like we could be, and this is where I am here today. But like I took that leap of faith and like quit my job. I gave them like a notice period, and fortunately or unfortunately, by the time I gave the notice and also was about to leave, even the company shut down. So I think it was all
That's
God
why
written.
I did a joke no with you that
Uh,
you should be with the Prado always. Otherwise, if you leave, maybe.
yeah, I mean, Prado, if you're watching this, you should know that like you should never fire me. And yeah, like that's how we started. Like I did the entire social media for Prado
Breakfast.
for the. I mean, we did for I and Prado. We did the entire what do you say social media for India Blockchain Week,
Okay.
including the Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Like
Okay.
Prado did the entire strategy and like what do you say strategy as well as planning, and I did the entire execution in terms of the social media. And we just started working out. It went well. Then we moved to Dubai for a couple of days in April, and we got like steady inflow of projects there. We did a lot of work there together. We worked with ArtsDAO. We worked with the likes of like Transact, and I think quite recently in June we did Solana Summit again. Um, we handle the social media as well as media, and we have worked with the likes of Backpack, all the blue chip Solana projects. We have worked with them in some or the other capacity, and we're just looking to like get stronger and stronger. We're doing again Singapore this time, a lot of
Okay.
events there, and yeah, looking forward to like do more and more and get more work to be done in the ecosystem. In terms of how I became a super team member. Well, to give you some context, super team is a community of builders in the Solana ecosystem, and the way it came about was like, can we make a community where like people are actually good at something, and like we incentivize them for what they do, right? Like Solana was a upcoming blockchain, and they want to like bring about talent and use cases who could like start using Solana, so that as a whole the blockchain
Yeah.
grows. And they came up with this novel solution where like people would like come up and put in their problem statements, and if you could like solve those problems or like chew glass as they would say, you would like win a bounty, and like you will be part of super team. That's how it started. And going forward, it also came to the point where like whoever contributed to the ecosystem in many ways would be added to the super team. For me, it was like I had been contributing to the ecosystem in terms of working with Prado with all these blue chip projects, and I think my tipping point in terms of contribution came with Shipyard, where we are shooting this video here today, which is Solana's first IRL space, Solana Super Team's first IRL space. I was instrumental in like setting this whole facility up from scratch. Again, with like the help of Prado, Sheikh, Irfan, all these guys, and Super Team India, who would have like without their support, I don't think I could have been here doing this shoot, right? Because of those contributions, I was added to the Super Team as a member, and I'm really happy that like from a point in say last year May, where like I didn't really know what I was doing, to like this year August, I'm like here in Shipyard trying to get ready to go to Singapore in a couple of days. It's been a wild journey, and like I really like how for me it has always helped to like take those risks when I had to take. And I think uh, I'm that kind of guy who like try to take that 1% chances. Like if there's like a 99% chance that something's failing, there's a 100% chance that I'll try that, because I don't know, I'm just crazy that way. And like if you look at my journey also, right? Like I didn't sit for placement. I went into startups. They didn't really work out. I went somewhere else.
Yeah.
Then I took the leap of faith with Prado. So like I've been taking that risk all through my journey, and I think I'll continue to do so because it's clearly working for
That,
me.
yeah, yeah. Actually, that works for everyone. What I feel, like for me also, it has worked well. Uh, like for example, in my 3 years of engineering, I don't think so any of my teacher is happy with me, like in the sense of attendance or something. Uh, my HOD, whenever he will see me, he'll be like, "Hey man, attend classes." Okay. At the same time, he'll be like, "Yeah, we have this project. You have to do this project." So yeah, it depends on person to person. And yeah, guys, if you want to, like, if you don't know about Solana and want to know about Solana, then first thing you can check out Proto.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, actually, so yeah, from Proto you can get an introduction to Solana. Or so whatever people hear about crypto as a space is like most of the people in Web2, like they think it as a scam. But yeah, Solana is one place where you have a platform where you can where we promote that you should earn your first crypto instead of
Buying
like
it.
buy your crypto.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a place called superteam.fund, right? Superteam.fund.earn. So, yeah, Superteam earn. Sorry, yeah. The,
Earn.superteam.fun.
so there is you can visit the site. There are many bounties, and you can use your skill, and maybe you can earn your first crypto from there. So yeah, that is all that we wanted to say. And thanks a lot for
Thanks a lot for having me.
yeah
Looking
for
forward to
coming to
like
this podcast like
doing
in
more.
just a very quick notice. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.